Principal sir, respected teachers, good afternoon one and all. Today I am standing before you with my topic, essential components of lesson plan. I am thankful to Principal sir and STMC that they have given me opportunity today once again for this training session in this school, in-house training. As we know that to achieve any target, some planning is required, and after planning, the essential things required are taken into account. Then after assembling all the things, we achieve the target or the goal. In order to achieve teaching learning activities successfully in the classroom, we also require some planning in advance for better teaching learning process. Actually, a lesson plan traditionally includes details of the lesson, the learning outcomes to be covered, the methodology that will be used, the resources, the materials required, and the activities that will be carried out, both to engage and assess the learners. Now the question is, why is the lesson plan essential? Lesson plan helps teachers to break down each lesson into a defined flow with a specific classroom activities and give them a schedule they can stick to. Plus, it gives the regular teacher confidence, knowing that class time is being used effectively and that he or she won't need to repeat the lesson later. There are 5 key components of a lesson, that is objectives, warm-up, presentation, practice and assessment. We will discuss all these things with the help of the PowerPoint prepared for this. Objectives of this training. Teachers will be able to draft lesson plans for effective teaching and retainable learning. Teachers will understand the local and global objectives of teaching a particular lesson. Number 3 objective is teachers will incorporate in terminology from Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy, regarding this taxonomy, we have done in-house training also. It is conducted in-house training by Saudia. Number 4, teachers will be able to analyze what all should be added to erase the learning gap. Sometimes it happens that in curriculum, many subtopics are not mentioned. Those subtopics may be included by the teacher in their lesson plan. Number 5 is teachers will incorporate the lots, mods and hots questions and concepts. Here lots means lower order thinking skills, mods means middle order thinking skills, and hots means higher order thinking skills. Next one point is they will plan and teachers will plan and execute art integrated, multidisciplinary and value-based lesson plans. Nowadays, art integrated project is being encouraged for the teachers to make by the students and to submit in CBSE for as internal assessment. Next. Teachers have three loves: love for learning, love for learners, and love for bringing the first two, that is learning and learner together. This is a statement by Scott Hayden. We all know that we all have one teacher in our life that has left a lasting impression. She credits her inspiration to pursue teaching to her role model school teacher. Every teacher is unique, and what sets her apart is her creative ability to adapt her teaching style and tools to meet every student's needs, ensuring no child is left behind. The pandemic may have changed the dynamics of a classroom, but she feels that whatever it is a physical or virtual classroom, establishing an emotional contact with the child is the first and essential step. Then the rest falls into place. Emotional contact is very necessary. Either the classroom is virtual or real class. Then all the things will fall into place. Her message to fellow teachers is to listen to every student. We should listen to every student and see what works for them and what doesn't. After all, one size does not fit all. Never stop until all the children in your class have achieved learning what you teach. All these things are very important for the learners, teachers as well. Lesson planning. The classroom, preliminary steps of lesson preparation, subordinate steps. First of all, then the lesson plan is prepared. Tom pasta memenoi. Rehearse the lesson and also prepare the teaching notes. Preparation of teaching note is very necessary. There is a Tom pasta. Tom pasta, by this I mean to say some important keywords. It should be noted by the teachers, it should be defined by the teachers between the students. How is lesson planning important for the teacher and the learners? For the teacher, they don't have to think on their feet. All the things are written in their planning. And for the learner, they realize that the teacher cares for their learning. For the teacher, they don't lose face in front of their learners. And the learners, they attend a structured lesson, easier to assimilate. They easily digest. They can easily digest whatever lesson the teacher teaches in the class. Teachers are clear on the procedure to follow. Teachers build on previous teaching and prepare for coming lessons. For students' part, they appreciate their teacher's work as a model of well-organized work to imitate. What the teacher tells, what the teacher discusses in the classroom, they try to imitate on this. Why is lesson planning so important? Lesson planning means making decisions in advance about what to teach, how to teach, and the time assignment of every teaching procedure. Teaching plan is necessary for both novice and experienced teachers. Not only novice teachers require teaching planning or lesson planning, but experienced teachers also require this teaching plan or lesson plan. Although preparation does not guarantee successful lessons, walking into a classroom unprepared is often the beginning of a disastrous lesson. That's why it is said by the principal sir, and in many meetings we have listened, that go into the classroom with full preparation. Without being prepared, going into classroom, we generally get puzzled in the classroom, and nonsense is created in the classroom also. So we should go to the classroom fully prepared about the lesson. Although the main teaching contents may be same, the students, the time and the mood all are different. Here in the classroom students are same, teachers may be different. The time and mood of teacher as well as the students all are different. So the teaching contents, although it remains the same, but due to the different students, time and mood, all things change and become different. So we all should cope with it. Why is lesson planning important? Lesson planning is important to structure and organize the lesson. It gives proper structure and we can organize the lesson in systematic way. To determine the method of its delivery, how we will deliver the lesson, the topic, it determines. It also assesses a student's learning. Being clear on what you want to teach. There is no confusion that what we have to teach in the classroom. It is crystal clear with the help of lesson plan that what we have to teach. Being ready to cope with whatever happens. Here to cope with whatever happens means in the classroom when we go, the students may ask questions. So we should be ready to answer the questions asked by the students or learners. And for that the proper preparation is also very necessary about the lesson. Give your teaching a framework and overall set. Evaluate its application, effectiveness of a lesson. A reminder for the teacher when they get distracted. Whenever a teacher gets distracted, it reminds the teacher also that what the teacher has to do on a particular day, on a particular time in the class. This helps us to remain on the track in the classroom. It also suggests a level of professionalism and a real commitment. It seems that we are really committed for the benefit of the learners, and it gives professionalism also. That it seems that we are teaching in the classroom professionally. The steps involved in lesson planning. Heppardian steps for preparing lesson plan. First of all, introduction is prepared. Then how the lesson will be presented, that is presentation should be there. And in number 3, comparison or association should be there. How the different components of the lesson will be associated. Associated means here connected. Thereafter, generalization is done, and what the topic we have taught and where it will be applicable. So then application is there, and recapitulation will be there. We should recapitalize the lesson what the teacher has taught to the learners in summary. There should be a checklist also of what to include in the lesson planning. So checklist should be there also. In the checklist, what materials will be required, that is called teaching aids. Next one is objectives, which include Bloom taxonomy. Then procedures, pedagogy. Which pedagogy teacher is using in the classroom for the learners, for their better understanding. Then estimated time for each activity. If activity is there, what time it will take, because we have to complete the lesson in a limited time. So the time for activity should be estimated also, so that it should be finished in the proper timing. So time management is also important. Time should be managed. Then explanations. Each topic is explained by the teacher in front of the learners. That is what technique a teacher applies in the classroom for better understanding of the learners or students. Teachers do board work also, and it is already planned. Because merely speaking is not enough. There should be board work positively in the classroom, so that students will read those board work at home or later on. Then page numbers, and it remains in the book also. What page number? From what page number you have prepared the lesson, what page number, topic of what page number you are going to teach, it should be mentioned there, so that you may tell the student that this page number, content of this page number, we will discuss today in the lesson. Extra activities should be there. For this extra activity, dramatization may be there, or it should be there also if required. follow an activity, that is writing a script, and then lesson evaluation. But the lesson is taught in the classroom, it should be evaluated, and evaluation should be done by quiz competition, peer assessment, etc. Points to consider when writing a lesson plan. What points we have to take by writing, what points we have to take into account, that is the main topic. The main topic should be there. Generally, main topic we write the title of the lesson, title of the chapter. Number 2, how can I arouse the students' interest? How the interest of the students can be aroused, so that the students may take interest in the lesson what the teacher is going to deliver. Number 3, how can I challenge them? Here, I think to challenge them, the teacher should prepare some questions to ask from students, and their answer also. If we will challenge the students, then they will be engaged and they will listen the teacher very carefully to answer the questions asked by the teacher. Number 4 is, how much should I review what they have already done? What they have done already about the lesson, about the topic, it should be reviewed also. So for this purpose, when we go to the classroom, then we recapitalize what we have learned previously, and what today you have taught in the classroom, it should be asked from the students in the form of questions. What are the objectives of the lesson, and what vocabulary do I want to teach there? If vocabulary is there, then how can I explain the activities? If there are activities in a particular lesson, then activities will be discussed in which form? Hand-on activity, or in the laboratory, or if hand-on activity you cannot conduct in the classroom, then you can explain the activity orally also by imagination, or the activities given in the textbook. You can explain it so that they may understand the activity very well. What order should I teach the activities in? That is in controlled practice or trial practice. And then include series of lessons that are linked to the same. There are 5 essential components of the lesson plan, a classroom activity you can say. That is engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. In engage, the students' interest is captured. It also encourages questions and critical thinking about the concept, skill after the engagement. Engagement is very necessary. Without engaging the students, a teacher cannot teach the students or the learners. Uncovers previous knowledge. If you will engage the students, the previous knowledge will come forward. For engaging, the activity ideas are short game, picture book, video clip. The problem. Connection to previous concept. If previous concepts are connected, then it becomes very easy to conduct the class or conduct the new topic. For explore, utilize a hand-on or mind-on activity. Hand-on activity, mind-on activity also. In both either one or both can be used to encourage investigation and inquiry in the learners. Teacher facilitates discussions and students work together by watching and listening to the students. Teachers should facilitate also. They should encourage the discussion among the students so that the students may discuss clearly and teachers should listen to the students. Not only teachers should dictate only in the classroom, they should listen to the learners also. That is for group discussion. For interaction between teachers and students. For this cooperative learning task should be there. Hands-on task using manipulatives and investigation should be done. And to explain, student explanations and justifications of explore activities, discoveries or solutions. Formal introduction of important terms and vocabularies. Use of varied questions and or techniques to help the students connect their exploration to the concept under examination. And for this activity ideas are vocabulary organizer, notes, students created notes particularly, foldables, there should be also students created, and explanatory videos. Videos should be shown to the learners to explain certain topics. And for elaborate, the description is designed to help students extend their understanding of concepts in new situations. New situations should be created or designed to help their students extend their understanding and of the concept. It also requires students to use important terms and vocabulary. Vocabulary is very important. Important terms as well as vocabulary, it is very important. Applies knowledge to everyday lives. What knowledge the students acquire, they will apply in their everyday life. It should be important, it is very important. For this problem solving task must be given to the students. Investigation, real world task, independent practice, not a basic worksheet. Game, stations designed to practice the skill or the concept in a variety of ways. Finally, to evaluate the lesson students demonstrate that they have achieved the lesson objective. It depends upon the teacher that how the teacher has taught using the various tools, methodologies that students may achieve the lesson objective. Discuss related questions. It is very important also. Related questions should be discussed properly. Assess student progress through observations. Activity ideas for this is journal task, traditional worksheet, quiz, exit figure, problem solving or critical thinking task. Should be there. As we have discussed the 5 main things of lesson plan, in which the first one was engage. To engage, this lesson mentally engage students with an activity or question. It captures their interest, provides an opportunity for them to express what they know, the concept or skill being developed, and helps them to make connections between what they know and the new ideas. Students' engagement, what the student does that is consistent with this model. Shows interest in the topic by asking questions such as, why did this happen? This type of questions may be asked. What do I already know about this? In this way, students will get engaged. And what can I find out about this? Next. In explore part, students carry out hands-on activities in which they can explore the concept or skill. They grapple with the problem or phenomena and describe it in their own words. After learning the phenomena or problem, they can describe in their own words. This phase allows students to acquire a common set of experiences that they can use to help each other make a sense of the new concepts or skill. Students' exploration, what the student does that is consistent with this model. Uses inquiry to explore and investigate to satisfy his/her curiosity about the chosen concept or topic. Thinks freely, but within the limits of the activity. Whatever is there in the activity, about activity, they can think very freely. Tests predictions and hypotheses. Forms new predictions and hypotheses. Experiments with alternatives and discusses them then with others. Experiments with alternatives and discusses them with others. Records observations and ideas, and then suspends judgments. Explain. Only after students have explored the concept or skill does the teacher provide the concepts and the terms used by the students to develop explanations for the phenomena they have experienced. The significant aspect of this phase is that explanation follows experiences. What the student does that is consistent with this model. Uses various informational resources, group discussions, and teacher interaction to derive definitions and explanations of the chosen concept. Explains possible solutions or answers to others. Others' explanations. Explains possible solutions or answers to others' explanations. Listens critically to others. Others' explanations. Questions others' explanations. Listens to and tries to comprehend explanations the teacher offers. Refers to previous activities. Uses recorded observations in explanations. Then elaborate. In this phase provide opportunities for students to apply what they have learned to new situations and so develop a deeper understanding of the concept or greater use of the skill. It is important for students to discuss and compare their ideas with each other during this phase. What the student does that is consistent with this model. Makes connections and sees relationship of the concept or topic in other content areas. Forms expanded understanding of original concepts or topics. Makes connections of concept or topic to real world situations. Then finally, evaluate. The final phase provides an opportunity for students to review and reflect on their own learning and new understanding skills. It is also when students provide evidence for changes to their understanding. If there is any change takes place in their understanding, the students can provide evidence for that also. Students' beliefs and skills, not only about understanding, but on behalf of their beliefs as well as skills. Here one thing I want to clearly make. It is also when students provide evidence for changes to their understanding, beliefs and skills. If they want any change in their concept, they can provide evidence for it also. Evaluation. What the student does that is consistent with this model. Answers open-ended questions by using observations, evidence and previously accepted explanations. Demonstrates an understanding or knowledge of the concept or skill. Evaluates his or her own progress and knowledge. Uses alternative assessments to demonstrate their understanding of the concept or topic. Teacher self-assessment. How well did the lesson work overall? What were the strengths of the lesson? What were the weaknesses of the lesson? How can I improve the lesson for next time? Here this is an example of lesson plan. First of all, group is there, date is mentioned, lesson number is also mentioned, then topic is there, my favorite food, objectives. By the end of the lesson, teachers will be able to say what their favorite food is. Learners will be introduced to nouns, lettuce, nouns that is lettuce, cucumber, that is naming words. Learners will review verbs also. Verbs like eat, like, and whatever verbs come in this topic. Materials required. A3 paper, one per table. On each table, one A3 paper should be there. Flash cards, 3 tennis balls, plastic food. Plastic foods remain there in the market. It should be brought in the classroom to show the students. Procedure, introduction. Place a piece of plastic food on each table before the lesson. Stage 1, I don't like, activity 1. Activity 2, asking questions, activity 1. Means which food they like and which food they don't like. By asking questions related to activity 1, the students will tell what food they like, what food they don't like. In stage 3, my favorite food is. It should be asked from the students, what is your favorite food which you like most. Extra activities, that is activity number 2, follow up and homework and lesson evaluation. Next. Here this is also an example of lesson plan. Teacher's name should be there at the top. Subject is history here for class 12. Topic or lesson, bricks, beads and bones, theme 1. Number of periods, here it is given 13 periods as per CBSE and NCERT norms. Learning objective, familiarize the learner with early urban centers as economic and social institutions. Introduce the ways in which new data can lead to a revision of existing notions of history. Illustrate the steps of making archaeological reports. Expected learning outcomes here. The learner will be able to state and deduce the multilateral aspects of Harappa civilization in order to understand the first civilization of the world. They will also be able to develop and ability to use and analyze socio-economic political aspects of Harappa. They also will be able to infer and interpret multiple historical and contemporary sources and viewpoints of ASI and historians on Harappa in order to comprehend inside of civilization. They will also be able to understand horticulture and construct reasoned arguments from diverse perspectives and frames of reference in order to analyze archaeological reports. Resources: NCERT official videos, the bits and bricks, ICT capsules created and downloaded, documentaries, movies, Mohenjo-daro, QCA recommended resources, Indus Valley National History published by Commonwealth Institute 1996 Junior focuses. These are the various resources required. Keywords here: generally terracotta, priest king, great bath, proto-Siva, priest king, great bath. All these keywords included in this topic. Outline of content or twist is the story of the first cities, that is Harappa, board overview here, early urban centers, story of discovery, Harappa civilization, expert archaeological report on major site, discussion how it has been utilized by the archaeologists or historians. Learning activities: expressing notion. A. To show class deep jewelry, pictures of Harappa town planning, replica of Harappa artifacts which I gathered from National Museum to create interest of the students towards Harappa culture. Raise inquisitiveness for concepts as well as art and creative art to discuss what the artifacts tell us about the way people lived with regard to socio-economic differences, gender-based and social difference-based. Discuss what they don't tell us. Ask the children to identify what they would still like to find out about life of Harappa people. Prompt them to compare the town planning of Harappa with today's house like drainage. Draw on the children's knowledge of what has survived from societies. Ask them to compare this with what they know about the civilization. Sociology plus economics. Exploring and researching. Assist them with preparing mind map pertaining to socio-economic life. Use ICT tools to explore more virtual field trips. AR or VR scanning for museums and field trips or 3D model. Skype session with archaeologists or historian. Audio video clips, reading blogs. For topics on Harappa economy, agriculture and craft, production, trade, town planning, religion, decline of Harappa, creative expression, experimental learning activities, indoor and outdoor activities, scaffolding activities like artifacts, making indoor. Here are some pictures replacing on the experience. Power in learning in the action of doing the activity, the action of articulating thoughts, grace in the learning process that takes place when a student is involved in a learning experience, recognition of the student's involvement, basis for critical inquiry that values many forms of knowledge, including emotional intelligence and lived experience. And it is also helpful for stimulating critical reflection. Concept building, activity, analysis and application. Sociology. Sociology, geography, English, political science, Hindi, mathematics, art, IT. In all these subjects, concept building activities, that is for analyzing and application should be there. Assessment strategy, formative strategy and summative strategy. For formative strategy, idea based quick class check, summary writing, 1 minute essay, analogy, prompt, misconception checks, peer checks, students conference, observation, self-assessment, journal entry, summary, debating, idea spinner, all these should be there. In summary strategy, based on CBSE question paper, blueprint and competencies, development through taxonomical patterns. Notes for extension and differentiation, there are 3 levels. Level 3, level 2, level 1 is there. In level 3, engage and resonate with diverse cluster. Simple mind maps, a story narration in easy language, motivational encouragement, very easy and simple questions. Create short clips like TikTok on civilizations. And in level 2, learning situations through watching a video, creating artwork, reading an article, completing puzzles. And in level 1, think peer share strategy. Teacher principle based on peer group teaching. Different sets of reading comprehension activities, creation of question banks, delivering a presentation, writing a report, creating visual art to illustrate key events. In this way, if we will prepare lesson, then students or learners will be benefited much more, and we can achieve our teaching learning target. Thank you, sir.